Wanna go to the movies?
I like it spooky.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Appendages. I'm Brian.
And I'm Rod.
And this month, every month, we're talking about the movies streaming on the Pluto TV app.
Yeah.
For April 2025. And this month, they dropped like 200 new movies. So it's really hard to pick anything this month.
Yeah, it was pretty insane just going through the list. I kind of wish they would do a little bit like Tubi does with their list, where they put it in categories. I could see how it can be confusing because Tubi sometimes can't handle that and puts things in odd categories, but it would have been a little easier to navigate through, I think.
I would imagine if you have Pluto and you want to watch a certain kind of movie, you just go to that category. Still, 200 movies. I don't even know how many categories they have. Even if you have 5 categories, that's 40 new films that drop in each category. You're going to have some trouble getting through everything. And hopefully they keep these movies for a long time so that you can watch them. I know some of the streaming services are known for dropping things after a month. And as much as I love streaming, that's why physical media is important, because stuff drops, it disappears, it's not available for months or years at a time without chunking out $3-4, or you can buy it on digital for $5 or $10. But yeah, at some point you want to watch a movie or show some friends. If you have it on physical media, you just pop it in. And you get all the special features on physical media. All the amazing special features. Some of them by our friend Justin Beam at Reverend Entertainment. The best ones, I would say, are by Justin Beam at Reverend Entertainment. So I did something a little different on this episode too. I put 6 movie series together because there was 200 films. So I just put 6 series together.
And I picked just 5 different movies.
Yeah. So you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll start off. So my first one is from 1995, and it's Empire Records. It's starring Anthony LaPaglia, Ethan Embry, Liv Tyler, and Renee Zellweger, early Renee. And a little synopsis: 24 hours in the lives of the young employees at Empire Records when they all grow up and become young adults thanks to each other and the manager. They all face the store's joining a chain store with strict rules. So I don't know if you've seen Empire Records. It's been a while since I have. They also have this one like old pop star come in, and it's a wacky kind of movie. It's not like over the top wacky, but it's a fun wacky.
It was all right. Not my wheelhouse, but it was. When did you say it was released?
1995.
Yeah, so the typical 90s teenage comedy movie. And sticking in the 90s, my first series, the first film came out in 1998, and it's Urban Legends, which was followed by Urban Legends Bloody Mary and Urban Legends The Final Cut. Those are the 3 films that Pluto has this month from that series. I don't know if there's other ones.
No, I think those are the only 3.
Pretty typical. Bloody Mary is probably about the legend of Bloody Mary.
It really goes off the rails from the first 2.
The Final Cut one is probably the final cut, the last one. But Urban Legend is pretty much, it's a college and there's these kids and they're in this class and they start getting murdered by urban legends or
a slasher.
Yeah, a slasher. Yeah. So kind of like how Seven uses the 7 deadly sins, this film uses urban legends to kill the kids. So that's what I got. My first series.
All right. Mine could be a series, but I'm only going to talk about the first one. It's The Godfather from 1972.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Starring Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, James Caan, Diane Keaton, and it's directed by the great Francis Ford Coppola. Just a small synopsis: the aging patriarch of an organized crime dynasty transfers control of his empire to his reluctant son. It's just a classic.
Yeah, just an all-time classic film series. Were there other films from the series on Pluto this month?
Actually, 2 and 3 were both on there.
My next series is Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D. The first one, 3D, is from 2010. It's listed as a horror comedy, and it takes place during spring break with piranhas. That's it. That's all you need to know. They just moved the same idea of piranhas from the Amazon or wherever it was to spring break.
Well, it was always in America.
Was it?
Yeah, the original. There was a 1995 remake.
Oh, yeah.
A Shot for Shot. It had a young Mila Kunis. I actually just recently watched it in March. It's just Shot for Shot. I hate hate those. Like, it's not as bad as Psycho, but pretty close.
So a lot of scantily clad young people in this film
Yeah.
getting eaten by piranhas.
I think Jerry O'Connell might be in that one.
Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Yeah, he's a scientist. Surprise, surprise.
Richard Dreyfuss, Eli Roth, Jerry O'Connell, Christopher Lloyd, Elizabeth Shue, Kelly Brook.
Weird cast.
Very weird cast, very weird movie, very fun.
Yeah, very fun.
What do you got next?
So my next one is from 1983, War Games, starring Matthew Broderick, Ali Sheedy, and Dabney Coleman. The synopsis: a young man finds a back door into a military central computer in which reality is confused with game playing and possibly starting World War III.
Not my favorite war games. WCW war games when they had the 2 rings.
Oh,
I guess WWE does that now too, but it's a fun movie. It's fun.
definitely 80s.
So my next film series, the first one's from 2007 and it lasted 5 movies. Paranormal Activity.
Ah, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, and Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. The basis of most of them are the same. They're shot on video or shot from a camera inside the house, and there's paranormal activity happening.
I think there's 7 of them altogether now.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 5 on Pluto. I would imagine Pluto could afford the other 2. Maybe they're just thinking 5 is plenty.
I think Paramount Plus has some of those on there too.
The first one was creepy. I'm not a big ghost person. Ghost films are one of the few things that I'm like, that's too creepy. Working in healthcare and working in a lot of facilities that were old and you would see stuff. And I'm living the vein of leave it alone. Don't bother it. If it was meant to be bothered, it would be around, but just leave it alone. The first couple are not bad. The first one's really good. I mean, it spawned, 7 films, you said. It did not take much to make it. Didn't cost a lot to make it. And it made a ton of money. It did something right.
Right? My next film is from 1994. It's Pulp Fiction.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
Starring Samuel L. Jackson, John Travolta, Bruce Willis, Uma Thurman, Dwayne Whitaker, who I had the pleasure of meeting at Halloween-a-Palooza in 2022, directed by Quentin Tarantino. A little synopsis: the lives of 2 mob hitmen, a boxer, a gangster and his wife, and a pair of diner bandits intertwine in 4 tales of violence and redemption. It's a pretty batshit crazy movie.
Not my favorite Tarantino film, but I do enjoy this one. I was always more of a Reservoir Dogs fan.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Mr. Pink all the way.
I don't know how fun it is. I mean, it's pretty violent and bloody.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's up there. My next series of films or franchise is from 1994 is when it started, and it's The Crow.
People once believed that when someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead.
And on Pluto this month, they have The Crow City of Angels, and The Crow Wicked Prayer. I don't know that anybody would want to watch any of the others besides the original Crow.
Right. Clint's favorite too, isn't it?
The Crow is one of his favorite films, yeah. But I don't know that anybody, maybe as a guilty pleasure, likes the others, or if they're just glutton for punishment, they watch those. But they're on there if you want to watch them.
Okay, so my last one is from 1992, and it's Cool World, starring Brad Pitt, Gabriel Byrne, Kim Basinger. Little synopsis: when Jack Deebs was behind bars, he found escape by creating Cool World, a cartoon series featuring a vixen named Holly Wood. However, the flesh proves weaker than ink as Holly takes human form in Las Vegas. This is one of those like Who Framed Roger Rabbit like things where they put the cartoon in the live action, and it didn't get a lot of notice or make a lot of money, but it was always a fun one to watch.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
Check it out.
I mean, I know of it, but I've never seen it. Rod Bob says check it out.
Yeah.
So my next series, because I have one more after this, I've stuck to pretty much horror. I'm sticking to horror again. My next series is Children of the Corn.
Original?
Well, they don't have the original, but they have Children of the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice. But then they have Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest, after The Final Sacrifice. There's still more movies. Then they have Children of the Corn. I don't know which one's 4 because it goes to 5, Fields of Terror. Then they have 666, Isaac's Return. They also have Revelation and The Gathering. So I don't know if one of those is 4. 2, 4. They have 6 Children of the Corn films on Pluto TV this month. So if you're visiting Iowa and you want something to scare the shit out of you, just watch movies about kids that live in the corn in Iowa.
Kill people.
Outlander! Outlander! We have your woman! She still lives!
And the Myers house is actually showing the original Children of the Corn where it was filmed again this summer, I believe.
Oh, really?
In Iowa, yeah.
Yeah, I've never gone to it.
It's kind of almost to Nebraska, so it's way over that way. But yeah, Myers house does the film on set where they show the film where it was filmed. So they've done like Children of the Corn, they've done Friday the 13th, they've done My Bloody Valentine way up in Canada. So they do that kind of stuff. And they have some celebrities usually from the film and do like a tour of the place. That would be fun.
Yeah.
So that's one of the scariest things that is from Iowa. Another super scary thing that's from Iowa is our podcast network, the PFPN. So we should probably hear from them before we end up like the adults in Children of the Corn.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
So now that we've heard from our podcast network, I got one more series of films this month. And this series is from 1976. It's The Bad News Bears. Got The Bad News Bears, The Bad News Bears in Breaking Training, and then The Bad News Bears Go to Japan. I love The Bad News Bears. I know that they were made in the 70s. There's probably a lot of stuff that's not politically correct right now in these films, but they're just a fun throwback to when not every kid was on a goddamn traveling baseball fucking team and you spent all year round going to every damn city in the state or country playing competitive whatever the hell sport they're in.
That's if you were good.
You do not have to be good right now. You got money, you can play.
No, well, I had neither talent or money.
Yeah, no. But you only did it for the summer. You didn't spend your whole life wasn't sports. You know, you played baseball in the summer or whatever sport you played during that season, and then you were done. And then you could be a kid. Nowadays, people drag their kids all over the damn place with one out of maybe every million people is going to get to be a professional athlete. That's my rant for this episode. But that just means if you feel like I feel, you should watch The Bad News Bears, right?
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it.
One of your players is riding a motorcycle and smoking. Your coach is an alcoholic, probably because he has to deal with all those kids.
Isn't that Walter Matthau?
Yeah. A great cast. Our friend Justin Beam, I think, did the special features on some of the reissues of The Bad News Bears. I think there was a Shout Factory reissue on Physical Media. Yeah, but just fun movies, and you could go watch them on Pluto, and it's fun when they go to Japan. It's fun when they go to the Houston Astrodome. Just a fun movie that, I don't even know if you could watch them with your kids nowadays. I think you could. I don't even remember
They probably ask you a lot of questions.
Why is it like that? Why is it like that? I know in one of the films, they trick the parents and they have Kelly Healy or whatever the kid's name is?
Yeah, something Kelly, yeah.
Yeah, and they have him drive them to the event, but the coach is like, "Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?" That's all he says. "Hi, how are you?" And then all the parents are like, "Yeah, he's taking them." And then he doesn't even go. Just a fun series. A lot to take in this month from Pluto TV. They're really stepping up their game. And if they keep doing this kind of stuff, I don't know what we're going to have to start a new podcast just to cover the films coming out on Pluto TV each month, right?
Yeah, but if you're from Pluto TV, please make categories. It's make it a lot easier to do this.
Yeah, or hire Rod and pay him to make the categories since he's complaining so much.
$30 an hour.
Yeah, you could just put that in the podcast bank and we'll pay all our fees, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but yeah, if there's something that you think we should have talked about this month from Pluto, go to our socials, send us a message, call us out. But no, these are all Rod's picks, so it's all his fault.
It's always my fault.
What do you think this is all about? You think this is a fucking costume? This is a way of life.